Hi everyone. I welcome you back to this series on Python programs from HackerRank. Till now, we have solved three programs. First one being a very simple one and a very basic one, that is on Hello World. The second program we did on was if-else statement or if-else condition-based program, and then the last program we did was on the arithmetic operators using addition. So there is also a similar program on using the arithmetic operators, but here we will be using the division operator. Before we start with the program, there was one particular function which I wanted to explain much clearly. So this is the statement that you would have seen in the last program also, that is if name is equal to main. Okay, so basically what is this particular function? Okay, so if you want me to tell it in a very simple way, this particular statement actually says that, okay, if you're running a Python script, okay, and it is being run by the Python interpreter, then you're going to use this particular function. So what actually happens in this function is that this particular name is a variable. Then what happens is that when you're running your Python script, okay, so the values that is there in this particular variable name, okay, is assigned to the variable main. Okay, now this happens only if you are running the Python script, okay, directly with the help of Python interpreter. Now, just in case if your script, whatever you're running, is imported into or imported as a module, then that as a module into another script, then what happens, whatever the content is there in this particular variable is assigned to the name of that particular module. So basically, the name, if name is equal to main, it basically checks that if the Python script is being run on the main program or that or not. Okay, that it is being run directly by the main program, or if any module is being used to run that particular program. So that is actually the reason why we are using this particular function. So even in today's program that we are going to write on division, we'll also be using this particular function. The next one is you will be seeing a lot of input for any variable that you're considering like A or B with integer input. Okay. Now this is basically a very simple type of input, user input, wherein which we are telling that whatever input we are taking, we are being converting it into a integer. So this particular line of code reads the input from the user. Who are the user? We are the user through the console, and stores the integer in the variable A. So that is what actually this function or this line of code does. Now these are the two main functions that I wanted to explain. So now we will try to write the program on division. So this is the last program that we actually did, and I want to go through this once again, which will be as a revision for you. So here what they've asked is they've given us two values, that is a standard input A and B. The value of A is 3 and the value of B is 5. And they are telling us to perform three functions. First one is the sum, second one is the difference, and third one is the product. So once we carry out this function, we want the answers to come in a consecutive lines. Okay, so first we need to get the output of a sum. Second, we need to get an output of a subtraction, and the third one should be the multiplication. So the first, we write this particular function when we are checking if the program is being run on the main Python file or not. And then we take the standard input A and B. Now, whenever you're running this program on these types of compiler, be assured that these three lines or these three lines of code will automatically be given to you in the compiler. So that is why I have used this particular line of code, okay, which we need to write when we are writing this particular code in our Python script. Okay, and then I define a function called as print a plus b, then print a minus b, and then print a into b. Once I run this code, okay, I'll get the output as the expected one. So I have got all the expected outputs, what they actually wanted. So now I'm done with this program. So I will just submit this particular code. So before we go to the loops, we have one more problem that is remaining, that is on the division. So this is the program on division. The same thing is there. The task is same. You have to perform the same task. Two standard inputs are given, A and B. A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5, and you have to perform an integer division, and then a float division also needs to be performed. So your output will be 0 and 0.6. Basically, this type of divisions, okay, is known as a floor division, and this is the normal division that you perform. So what I've done here is that the first this particular three lines of code is automatically given in this compiler. Then what I've tried to actually write is that I've written a comment stating that print the result of the integer division which was given here. Okay, and then the next comment was print the result of the float division. So then I write by actually giving the this thing as print a floor division b, and then again print a divided by b. Okay, now these are the only two things I actually needed. So I'll just run this particular code. So this is the output, what was expected. I've got all the outputs. Okay, so you see a sample input is 4 and 3, and the sample output is 1 and 1.3. So I've achieved the correct answer. Now, just in case if you want to give your own input, you can give like 3 and then 4. Okay, and then also try to run this particular code. You will see that you will get the output. So standard input is 4 and 5, and the output is 0 and 0.75. Okay, so this is how you perform a division operation which comes under the category of arithmetic operators. So till now we have solved four particular problems. Okay, once you solve these four problems, okay, you will be getting a single star on this hacker rank. So again you have to get another 70 points to actually get the next star. Okay, so next we will see a program on loops. So till now we have done the programs on hello world, if else, addition, division. Next we'll be looking into the loops. Okay, thank you.